Shalom. This is an emergency broadcast alert giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekakadash, in whom we are in great debt. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, continue doing so, standing firm in the eyes of terror, who I learned this truth from. To the elders, the bishops, Akim and Aquap, salutations and blessings to the house of David. We are the hopeful elect at GMS. This is your brother Quasiar with another video, and I was looking to see if someone had the actual footage of what happened, and all I'm seeing is little bits and pieces everywhere. Now, the people who actually played the full video, I couldn't record because it was coming out. The Real American is a talk show that comes out live, and I pick it up on my regular TV channels. I don't have cable. It's just one of those channels that my TV picks up automatically, and so that's one of those free channels. But and those free channels that's where that comes out. It's the news, and so I listen to that from time to time because it shows what so-called white man Esau Edom is talking about and what their next move might be. And yeah, it's important to know what Esau Edom is doing. Although we can't do much, but pray to Yahweh Shai that my leaders and open the right doors for us. I also want to add that there's talk about prepping, man. I know that it can be overdone. Prepping, if you're not praying and you're not concentrating in Yahweh Shai, yeah, prepping can get overwhelming and you might be doing the stupid shit. Especially what IUIC is doing. I heard they selling prepper bags. The point is not the prepper bag. The point is that you're not supposed to be selling the truth, man. You're putting the truth in the prepper bag because you're mixing it. But in reality, when you get up in the morning, you prep in your mind before you walk out into the field, right? You prep because you need to prep, because you need to prepare as you walk out in the field. So yeah, man, it's okay. It's really okay to prepare somewhat, because before you go to the supermarket to buy something, you prep your mind, your money, your gear that you're going to carry your stuff back home. So, yeah, just don't think that you're going to save yourself by prepping, man. That's the main idea. You don't do that. The main goal here is that Yahweh Ba'ashin Yahushai is the one that's going to save you. This is what you need to be concentrating on. Everything else, if it's there, it's there. Because guess what? You can prep all you want. But if you're not prepping with Yahweh Ba'ashin Yahushai, all that is a none in the void. But and this is a big but, because, and no fun intended in that, because when you prep with Yahweh Ba'ashin Yahushai, all the things that you have, and if you work out of the city, it's a good idea that you should have a small bag, a little cooler, something, a little something for you to maintain, to get you just enough to get you back home. If you're out in the highway, it's going to be kind of tough. I mean, yeah, you healthy 100%. You got your health. You don't have diabetes. You don't got this. You don't got that. All right, I get it. You can deal with the situation for longer period of time. You can endure a little longer. But guess what? If you had a little bag in the car with a little water, little minerals or something, you know what I'm saying? You could deal with the situation that you had to wait for the truck to come pick you up. By the time you get to a store, you don't need the store. You can get your healthy stuff. You don't have to buy the garbage, etc., man. I'm just stating the obvious. And this is not part of this video, but I just needed to get that out. The reason why I'm making this video is because Jacob's trouble is being developed in the background, man. while you're listening to all this BS that they doing in the, with Iran and all that, right? Because this all a distraction. Everything is a distraction for Jake, all right? Because Jake is the one that's always waiting for handouts, man. Because that's what they got you used to. They got you used to handouts, so you're not prepping for Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai is coming. All right, to endure. Anyways, with that said, I'm gonna play 2 clips of Elder and Brother Amon Gabar, and it's too bad I couldn't get the video, but here goes what I found. Okay, and the video that I was talking about is the one that I said in the beginning from the American that channel, but there's others. So here it goes.
Happened earlier this afternoon. Let's listen to authorities.
Okay, so again, this is all going to be super preliminary stuff. And anytime you have a situation like this, information changes and evolves. Here's what.
Meanwhile, you see the smoke that's here? That was going on all over the place. And there's supposed to be this guy who came in with a truck full of explosive, but he never got inside.
What we know so far. A car came to the facility, breached the facility by driving into it, was engaged by security. We believe there is one individual deceased in the vehicle. It's been complicated because there was some fire, to say the least, with that vehicle. We believe that individual is deceased. No kids, this is the important thing, no kids or no staff is injured whatsoever. Okay?
All right, but I don't get it. See, this is the first guy that I heard saying about that he made it inside. But if you look at the facility, how's a vehicle going to fit? How is it, you have to look at it in different angles. But, again, this is the channel that I was talking to you guys about. This is the channel, the Real America's Voice. All right, but what am I getting? Am I getting anything? I'm just getting a lot of pictures, no videos. Okay, I didn't see this before. Give me a second. Let me pause this for a second. All right, so I got a better video. Let's see if I can play anything on it. All right, so I had a feeling there was something behind. This Michigan thing, and she's gonna tell you right now.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, where that synagogue is in Detroit is the largest Jewish population in Michigan. So it's well known, West Bloomfield, as being a Jewish neighborhood. And of course, Detroit itself, larger metro Detroit, has one of the largest Muslim and Arab American populations in America. Largest Muslim and Arab American population.
Now, like I said, I'm just going to give you clips of these things, and I apologize that I'm all over the place, but it only leads to Jacob's trouble and the MOTV and following that World War III. It doesn't stop until it gets there. That's all it is. I'm just showing you little bits and pieces of what's going on in the background that, most people ain't talking about.
Right, Harmeet?
Yeah, so this is 11th and 12th, 11 and 12-year-olds who are being indoctrinated with this sexually heavy content. And the important point here is that parents are not being notified and having the ability to opt out. Now, you and I are of an age where we went to school, our parents did get that notification, and my parents certainly opted out. They thought it was important for mom and dad to tell the kids about the birds and the bees and not, the gym teacher.
Now, I'm not going to mention anything of what they're saying. You just need to connect the dots and do your own conclusion. You should be doing some studying yourself. All right, so this already happened. Okay? And this is all to combat anti-Semitism. So you remember those guys that went to Israel, you know, to make these new laws? If you don't know nothing about that, you should be looking things up. American lawmakers went to Israel to make a law that it's combatant to anti-Semitism. Okay. All right, I couldn't find the video with that interview, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that all these things that are happening is to keep you distracted. And this is the brother from GMS Awakening 144. Again, I'm a Muhammad Gabar, and I'll place his channel link if you didn't know. That way you can get further edified.
40 nations are currently in talks to basically cut the United States, because of Donald Trump, out of global trade. There are 195 recognized nations/countries on planet Earth. 195. 40 of them, led by Canada, banding together to just cut out the United States. So more than 1/5 of the planet working on a way to not have to deal with the United States anymore.
So if you got some money set aside and you decided that you want to go and buy land outside of the United States, you could be deemed anti-Semitism, just like that, just because you want to do that, because you don't want to deal with the nonsense. Okay, why I say that? Because look what these guys are saying real quick. All right, so Tucker Carlson is going back. You know, he's backtracking in the way he speaks about the little hats, right? He is saying, I just want to investigate. I want to know the truth. I apologize if I offended anyone. And I was wondering why the change of lingo, you know, of approach to the investigation. And then this comes up.
That as well. He says that Tucker should be investigated for it. I said, you mean a congressional investigation? He kind of punted that a little bit, but he said, look, this all needs to be looked into. I mean, a sitting senator calling for Tucker Carlson to be investigated over his financial foreign ties is news, Steve.
Now, it would be news.
But you know what, the foreign ties? He bought land. Let's go back.
Qatar, how is that, David?
Oh, here it is. So YouTube is messing with the algorithm again. As you can see, everything was fine.
I tend to lean to the I don't care what other hosts are saying column. I don't think we need this infighting. Look, I get his point, but I would ask this question of Tucker Carlson. How do you own land in Qatar? Non-Muslims are not allowed to own land in Qatar. Yet in December of last year, he announced that he was buying land and owning land in Qatar. How is that, David? That'd be my only question. I think we have a lot more productive things to do with our day. Go ahead.
Yeah, what'd he say?
I asked that question.
Oh, insiders got land everywhere else in America because they know America's going down. So, yeah, that's your answer right there. But anyway, let's move on.
We living in these times where people are going to be living normal, and then suddenly they'll be trapped out of nowhere when they least expect it. Boom, got you. All that living normal business is going to come to an end. Waking up in the morning, having shitty breakfast, get ready to go to a job you hate, get there, hate your 8-hour shift, hate your day, hate everybody around you, hate your life. The work day ends, and you're looking for an escape